It is a semester unlike any other.
I've loved everything I've learned.
Everything is around us. This is our textbook.
It is really rewarding work.
It's just total immersion into the culture. It's fantastic. My favorite thing about being at Harlaxton has been living in the Manor House. Honestly, I've never had an experience like this before.
We live in an academic environment.
Everything is around us. This is our textbook. We'll have Dr. Bujak up giving a lecture and he'll be like, oh, let me point to this. This is an example of the rise of the country estate right here in front of you. So it's just a type of learning experience that really you can't get in a classroom. This British Studies course, it's a 6-hour course, so it's going to take a lot of effort and it's going to take a lot of studying to be successful in it.
But it's also really rewarding work.
I've learned the difference between, Britishness, Englishness, the United Kingdom. Now we know that there are big differences, and we've learned about things like Scottish independence, Irish independence, and that's something that I will take with me when I leave here.
It's just a total immersion factor. We are actually in England, learning about England.
We're taught by British faculty. We get a personal perspective on what we're learning.
They're going to know things that an American professor just won't know because they don't live in Great Britain.
It makes it more real, and they give a different sort of version of their own history. And so we learned about the American Revolution from the British point of view, which is different than our point of view of it.
You cannot say that you've had the same experience that we have or learned quite like we have. For example, we will learn about a cathedral and then we'll actually go visit it.
It sounds funny to take field trips in college, but it's really helpful to go and see places that you learn about. It makes it more real.
You aren't trapped in a classroom. For example, our astronomy class, we went to Woolsthorpe Manor, which is where Isaac Newton was born. You can be there and see the same things that Isaac Newton saw, which really helps you to grasp his mindset a lot better.
In the States, when we learn about something, I'm going to see a picture of it in the book and never see it in real life. And so here, that's been an opportunity that we would never ever get anywhere else. When we go out into the world, we see exactly what we've learned.
Especially in London, that city is just so culturally enriched in history and in stuff that we're learning here, that around every street corner you're going to find something that's been talked about in British studies.
When we were in, I think it was Westminster Abbey, they had a big exhibition on the Bayeux Tapestry, and we got so excited because we just learned about it and did a presentation on it in British Studies before, and it just gives you this great feeling when you recognize something that you've learned about.
The professors live at Harlaxton with us, so they're really accessible if you need help, and I've developed really close relationships with all my professors.
It's a one-on-one relationship that you don't have at Western. You get to know them on such a more personal level.
One of our professors, Dr. Taylor, he comes out and plays soccer with the students, which that's a great way to develop a bond outside of the classroom, which I think will even facilitate the learning environment as well, because when you're more comfortable with someone, you learn better from them.
So if you ever do have questions or need any sort of assistance, they're always there, and they're very easy to get a hold of and very, very willing to help you succeed in your classes while you're over here.
I would not ever trade this experience for anything. I've loved everything I've learned.
It is a semester unlike any other.
I will remember the experience I've had for the rest of my life.
When else am I going to live in a manor house in the British countryside?
It's been extremely rewarding, and I've learned more being here in one semester than I probably learned in all my semesters combined.